Hey everybody, it's Susana from Susana O Designs. So I'm here to show you how to glaze. I've been asked a lot on how I've been glazing this piece. It's a bit dusty right now because I've been working on other pieces and I didn't cover it up. But anyways, I'm going to just show you the continuation on this side here and what I've used. I get a lot of questions on what I use. So here's what I use. Beauty Tone Latex, it's acrylic. It's clear. Right now I've mixed a little metallic paint on there. So this is what I use. Beauty Tone Latex glaze. And then I use the Martha Stewart, I think this one's gunmetal. Yep, gunmetal metallic. Has sparkles in it, which is great. And then I just added a little bit of acrylic black paint onto my mix here. And as you can see, I'm not sure if it picks up, but if you can see a little bit of the sparkle in there from the Martha Stewart, I love it. It just gives you a little bit more of a twinkle in your piece. Let me just wipe that off. And literally this is what I do. So I get some onto an inexpensive brush. This one's actually pretty hard and I like it hard just to give it that streakiness. So literally what I do is apply the entire glaze all throughout. Just try to get it into the grooves. Doesn't have to be neat. A little bit goes a long way. And work in sections, just so you have some more play time with it. Because it dries quickly, but not. This brand is actually one of the best ones that I've used. It gives you a lot of play time, so I like that. So as you can see, it's not completely covered, but then I'll come in with some paper towel, scrunch it up, and I'm going to take a lot of it off. I leave it in the grooves, if you can see. I'll leave it in the grooves. Just wipe off a lot of the excess. And then again here. And the grooves again. And there you go. So that's pretty much what I do. And then I let it sit. Maybe this is the secret to my glazing. I let it sit for maybe a couple of seconds, maybe like 30 seconds, just to let it set for a bit. And then I'll come back with a brush, the same brush, just take a lot of the excess out, which I didn't do, but I need to do. And then I'll do the streaking and moving it around the way I want it. So let me see, I'll just get some paper towel here. And I'll take a lot of the excess out from my brush. And I'll probably go and start putting it here, so at least I don't waste all that glaze. And I'll apply it in here. All right, and then again, wipe off the brush. You can use another brush. I just wasn't smart enough to bring the other brush here. But you can definitely just use the other brush. Excuse my pants, they're all dirty. All right, and then just come in here and start manipulating it the way you want. So I'll give you lighter and darker. See how, I don't know if you can see that, like that. Just move it. So with the hard brush, the good thing about the hard brush, you can squeeze it really tight and push down, and it gives you that streaky lines. want that corner with a lot of glaze. So I won't take any of it out. It's hard to tell, especially when it's such a dark color. On dark color, so it's hard to tell what the glaze is doing. But I like the way it's looking. I don't know if you can tell. I have here, so I'm gonna take a little bit on the tip of my brush, the black, just because I want that dark color here, and then it will blend in with your glaze. Again, I literally just have the tip on there, but you can see the black right there. You can start in the middle and then just work your way up and down. And try to move it a little bit more natural looking than just a big black line going down. So I'll get another little blob of paint and I'll come here in the corner. And then just kind of feather it out to give the corners more of a darker look. Again, I don't have much on there, but a little bit goes a long way. Okay, I kind of like what it's doing and how it's looking. I'm just gonna get some more black paint on here. My jar is almost empty. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same here on this corner, and this corner, and then I'm gonna push it up. And if you find that it's not moving, just go get some more glaze. Just literally dip in your tip of your brush into the glaze and you'll get more movement again, a little bit more control. As you can see, it's drying a little bit, so I'm going to do that. A little, just not much, it's hardly anything. And then I'll go in here and move it. There. So I like the way it's looking. So I'm going to take a little bit of that glaze off here. And I'm going to just blend. There. So you still have a bit of that peeking through, which is nice. And there you go. That's pretty much how I glaze. I actually want to go and do a bit more here, so I'll just show you. With the grooves, I literally dab in. So I've applied some gold leaf on here, and I didn't want it to look uniform. I just want it to look like it's been, look at my hands, it's been here and it's been chipping away. So I just literally just blobbed in the the gold dust or the gold leaf, and then I went over with the dark glaze. I actually went over with dark wax. I'm not sure if you can tell. But you can do whatever you want. So here, I'm gonna go in the grooves. Okay, it's pretty much covered. So with my paper towel, I'm gonna remove a lot of the glaze that's on the surface. So that is pretty much done. So for the gold leaf, I'm actually gonna put some on here. I didn't use any sizing for the gold leaf. Let me just try to find it. I just used, I just left the glaze and it stuck to the glaze. So I'm just gonna get a brush. Don't mind the mess. It is crazy in here. So a really inexpensive dollar store brush. Here's this piece that I've done, which I love. Okay, so here is my gold leaf, and again, I didn't use any sizing. So with a really inexpensive brush from the dollar store, still has paint on it, which is fine. I just go in there and get myself some gold. Come on. There we go. So it's on here, and this is pretty much how I applied it. I'm just getting some glaze on here because it is drying. All right, some more gold flakes here. It's not sticking it. This is not the brush I used before. I used a different brush and it stuck to it, and this one is not, but so just dab it into the grooves. Whatever sticks, sticks. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. You can use your finger just to dab it in more, because apparently my brush is not doing its job. Alright, so I'm happy with that. Once it dries, I go in with the brush and I take off the leaves. I just don't want to start doing that so I don't have gold dust all over my wet glaze, because then it'll get stuck to it. So I'll come back here and get some more. And I'll just apply it to this one. Might as well use my fingers because my fingers are working better than my brush. Now I'm just going to apply some more glaze on here.